The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
Oh, thanks to bad fingers, I nearly missed my cue there. Hey, everybody, what's up? We're back. Seminole Hard Rock, Rock and Roll, Poker Open. We are live here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We are having a great time here in Hollywood, Florida. And right now on the big screens up here, good God, there's a lot of snow up in Buffalo. That is terrible. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. Thanks for being with us. Hey, got a couple of special guests on the show today we're very excited about. First, he is the King of Canada. That's all there is to it. Kelly Kellner is here.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well. How are you?
Well, we since we chatted about a week ago, we've kind of come out of the deep freeze, and it's gone up to about 40, 45 degrees, as you guys like to call it down in America, and melting some of our snow. So we figured we'd we'd share the love with Buffalo.
Oh.
Do a little lake effect. We'd kind of put some nice big clouds. We all collectively blew those clouds over Lake Ontario, and where we go.
Yeah, what you did was you screwed those people in Buffalo. My God.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see the Monday night game. I wanted to see the Monday night game from Detroit instead of Buffalo, so I had to move the game.
Yeah, well, I guess we got two Monday night football games now, and Buffalo. Not much practice time it looks like, but they did manage to get the whole team together.
Yeah,
I just saw that report. They managed to dig everybody out. So it sucks to be the Bills. And the worst part is, they couldn't have them come down here to Miami or area or anything like that. Now they got to go play in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sad.
I went to Super Bowl in Detroit. It was good, but boy, it was a little discouraging driving through the outskirts when we came over across the bridge and coming in. It was sure changed the mood on the bus before Super Bowl Sunday after seeing, some pretty tough living conditions around that 15-minute drive once you cross the border. But it's a tough world out there.
Yeah. By the way, I know you're a sports bettor. I'll throw this one out to you real quick. Did you have the Raiders last night?
No, you'll love this. I put a post up on Facebook. In my journey over the last 90 days towards health and wellness, I have not only lost 25 pounds, but I went and took my first yoga class.
Ooh.
Now, for those of you that know me, I was the poster boy for Crown Royal and Coke.
Yes.
Thursday night typically would be in a bar, sitting there. I'd have big action on the half in the game. A couple of dimes on the half, maybe 5 on the game. I'd have definitely taken Kansas City -4 and -7.5. But instead, I went to a 6 o'clock yoga class, and instead of drinking Crown Royal and Coke, I had a healthy shake and everything. And so I'm glad that I made that transition, because I would have got smoked last night.
I'm still laughing because they're showing up on the big screens in here. They're showing videos of different snow situations that they got filmed, and they're literally throwing little kids into the snow, and they're almost disappearing.
I remember a couple of I grew up in Winnipeg, just north of North Dakota there, and boy, I'll remember some Halloweens I was telling the kids when we were out this year that I remember the snowbanks shoveling were higher than me walking up the walks to some of those houses. So
we had snow. We used to get snow like that in Pennsylvania too a lot, in the south central part of the state. Where we'd have 3 feet of snow on the ground, and I remember being out there like shoulder high and stuff just for fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of shoulder high, look at this guy. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Double Red Bulling, kids. He is pulling amazing duty around here at the Seminole Hard Rock and Roll Poker Open. You don't need the side mic, just the headphones will work out. Just put them on your head. It'll be fun. You'll be okay. Well, you got to hear Kelly here. The amazing one. They should just call you the amazing one. Al can't hang with us as well here. You might want to turn that on too, Al. Yeah. There you go. Wake up, buddy.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
You are 1 2.
Al. Hey, Al, how are you, buddy?
What's going on?
Greetings from Canada, my friend. You and I have never met, but good to share a little time with our good friend Mark Hoke and me today.
Hey.
I pull the poker community together. That's what I do.
You pull the world together, Mark Hoke.
I
if
do.
It wasn't for you, I don't know. I think everything would fall apart.
It
The
could.
world would be so much better. Oh wait, no, I
It'd be
said that
different.
backwards, didn't I?
It would be different. It would sure be different. That was a little bit of a shot there, a little subliminal shot. There.
Yeah. I
Oh
know.
no, that was completely intentional.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's good. I was trying to get you off the hook.
Mark knows it was intentional.
Al has been busting my balls so hard down here, but it's okay. We're having a great time.
Listen, you spend all these hours together. You're just gonna start ragging on each other.
We are.
You two actually make quite a nice couple. There's been a little talk I've read online about that.
Bow chicka bow wow.
It's easy to pull his hair.
Hey. All right. Well, we've already gone off the rails.
Wow! Boom! There we are. Yeah.
And none of us are drinking.
Yeah, this one won't be going up on the Seminole Hard Rock PokerOpen.com page.
If we start this way, what do we need? We need Gavin Smith on here next.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. Well, I plan on cursing a lot, so you can't put it on my Facebook either.
Okay, fair enough. Well, hey, by the way, there's a lot going on here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. I want to make sure we get a chance to take a look at all the fun stuff that we've seen so far here. It has been a pretty good tournament. I have to say, Al, I mean, I don't know what you've seen, but I think the quality play is better this time around than the last time we were here.
I am not one to judge quality play because I wouldn't know quality play if I saw it.
Yeah,
at least from my perspective in whichever seat I happen to be sitting in at the time.
Yeah, you would.
I can see quality play around me,
Okay.
but just not from me.
Just not from you. Fair enough. Well,
Or
let's,
since we have somebody from Canada here, I can say fucking A.
oh, there goes.
Good.
There's the first bleep.
I got kicked out of one of the Canadian casinos in Niagara Falls because I was having too much fun. It's not like I was being mean, but I was cursing like a world's champion. And the guy's like, he's like, you got to watch your language. And I was like, oh, fucking A. I was like, what? It's Canadian. I added the A on it. And he's like, you're out of here.
Gone. You probably
I
offended
had a
him
little
with
too
the A.
much red wine at a top playing a satellite here a few months ago, and everybody was finding me incredibly entertaining at the table, except for the dealer.
Yep.
And so I before I was asked to leave, I got up and walked away. But it was the best move I made because I went for a quick walk around the casino and ended up just cruising into the main event seat that I'd won. So
Nice.
there you go.
I left $700 sitting on the table, and like 2 hours later, remembered I had it sitting on the table.
Whoops.
Nice.
Gotta stop drinking.
Oh, you guys, I'll tell you what. Results from this series so far. We've had a bunch of big winners. 9 titles have been decided at this point. And we got to make sure we say hi to all of our winners here. Event number 1, how about this one? The big old $500,000 guarantee ends up getting chopped 5 ways. But Ori Hen out of Cooper City, Florida, is your winner.
He's a regular. We see him all the time.
Takes down $66,780. Was a top prize, scheduled top prize, about $111,000. But the boys pretty much did a nice job with the chop. So Ori Hen, your winner in event number 1, the $350 deep stack no limit hold'em re-entry event. We have event number 2. We didn't really get to talk much about this one, but the big stack pot limit Omaha re-entry tournament goes to David White. David White taking that one down to actually was the first champion of the series, if I'm correct.
Yep.
So David White, your winner there, taking down the $300 big stack pot limit Omaha event
in a tournament that just wouldn't end.
Oh yeah, were you covering that one out?
Yep.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what time did I write that recap?
I have no idea.
It has a timestamp on it.
Well, I'm away from it, so
Okay,
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, don't work too hard.
I'm just trying to keep the show rolling, brother. It's all good. Luis Santoni, the man who was 68 years old, was in the finished 12th, I believe, in, I want to make sure I get it right, 1994 World Series of Poker main event. Wins that one.
What did he finish?
He finished 12th, I believe.
In 1994?
1994.
So that's like a min cash back then, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But Luis Santoni wins event number 3, the $300 horse tournament. Pretty good horse tournament. I mean, last one early on was a little weird, a little odd play. This one very well played. Luis Santoni, your winner on that one. Event number 4 that took place on Sunday the 16th. The $250 big stack no limit hold'em tournament goes to Avi Hakman, winning that championship.
Pretty sure that one chopped up too.
It's kind of, let's see, we're looking like a chop. Yeah, we had
it's chop.
we did have a chop on that one as well. Hockman gets a chop there with Adam Horowitz, it looks like, and Frank Sims. But Avi Hockman, your winner in event number 4. Event number 5, the $1,100 6 max no limit hold'em
Angel baby
re-entry tournament, and Angel Vu. That I'll tell you what, the world is going to need to watch out for that girl.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
She is unbelievable. She's only been playing for what? She dealt for a long time. She's only been playing for about 2 years. Right?
I met her when she was a dealer at the Daytona Beach Kennel Club and Poker Room, and she was actually a chip runner, and talked her way into dealing, and then she dealt at least one HPT televised final table, maybe 2. And then liked it so much that she started playing, and now she just plays, and I don't think she deals anymore. So it's working out for her. Yesterday she was, I don't know if you saw, yesterday she was 2-tabling.
Yeah, I did see
She
that.
was playing in the 570, and then there was a satellite into this weekend's 1100 that had a huge overlay, and so she decided she had enough chips in the 570 that she threw her hat into the ring into the overlay, and stone cold bubbled it.
Oh, that hurts. But Angel Vu out of South Daytona, Florida, wins that one. And after a massive 3-handed war, they came back the next day, 15 minutes, heads up, done. Angel Vu.
Flush over flush, and then ace-5 over ace-deuce.
Yep. So Vu takes that one down. Event number 6, the seniors, 50+, no limit hold'em. Re-entry event, $300 buy-in on that one.
And you had that joy.
I did have that joy. Bruce McGregor, your winner on that one. Came from behind. I'll tell you what, George Miro, who finished 5th, had a huge lead in that thing. Had about 400,000 chips. Could not hang on. McGregor ends up chopping it up with Lawrence Bass. McGregor declared the winner. So Bruce McGregor, your champion in event number 6, the seniors event. Event number 7, we had the $150, otherwise known as the Donkament.
Ooh, that was a Donkament. Man, huge. 1,600 runners, 1,632, I believe.
No limit hold'em re-entry event. 1,630 entries in that one with a $150,000 guarantee. Goes to Kenneth Norman. Resisted the choppage numerous times, numerous offers, and Norman was actually short stack and then turned on the heat on everybody, and they couldn't handle it. Kenneth Norman straight up takes that one down, wins $46,823. So big congratulations to Kenneth Norman surviving that crazy little thing. I think the blinds, if I remember right, at the end got to 200,000, 400,000 with about 1.9 in play, I want to say.
Nice.
It got a little ugly out there, but Ken Norman winning that event. Event number 8, the 8-handed big stack no limit hold'em, $30,000 guarantee on that, $350 buy-in, crushed the guarantee there. And Al, you saw this one going to Joe Velacci.
Yep,
big winner there.
Yeah, they tried to chop that. That's the one they actually chopped mid-hand.
Oh, that's right.
They were pretty dead even in chips, him and Carlos Cruz, and there was a flop out, and they said you want to chop it straight down the middle, and then whoever wins this hand gets the trophy, and they did, and Joe went runner flush to take the trophy.
Yeah, very, very.
And then they chopped. It was like 7-7-7-6 to 7-7. There's a $1 difference between first and second.
Yeah, pretty wild one there. So, event number 10, which finished up last night as well, that was the one that I was covering. I'm being blanking on that. $300 big stack pot limit Omaha 8 or better goes to Bradley Young. Bradley Young gets the chop on that.
Another regular
out of New York City.
Hey, he's down here a lot,
getting it done.
I wonder if he's a snowbird.
He could be,
but I see him down here all the time. So.
Chops it up with Robert Wachtel, who's been a multiple-time champion here at the Seminole Hard Rock. Bradley Young wins that. Well, there was a deal there. Officially $5,933 for the victory for Bradley Young. We do have event number 9 underway, too. That got started yesterday, where we had – that one is the let's take a look.
570.
The deeper stack no-limit hold'em re-entry, 570.
With a $500K guarantee.
Another $500,000 guarantee down here. They're giving out money like it's going out of style, kids.
And they're going to crush that one, too.
Oh, they're going to destroy it. Flight A chip. We had Flight A and Flight B yesterday. We've got 6 starting flights on this one. In Flight 1A, Kenneth Berman out of Hallandale, Florida. What?
I forgot to tell that he's supposed to be anonymous.
Oh, that's Ken. Yeah.
Yeah. We forgot to blank him out of the chip counts.
Oops.
Sorry, Ken.
Sorry, Ken. Well, hopefully he's not listening to the show. Even though I like him to listen to the show, he's a great guy. Ken somebody.
Ken
Who dat?
KB Anonymous.
232,000 chips to close out that flight. Sasha Walter out of Ludwigsburg, 210,000.
Oh, he got brutalized by Ryan Van Sanford in one of the last hands.
Oh, yeah.
Got it in with 9s versus 7s, flopped a 9, and Van Sanford went running 7s.
Oh! Oh!
He had to go. There was some weird backdoor straight and flush draws in there, but so it was like a 98%er.
Oh, God, I just threw up in my mouth right now. I could only imagine what happened then.
Well, he had the chip lead going into that hand.
Yeah.
And then, flopped a set of 9s, and Van Sanford went perfect to take it away from him.
Icky ooh, as the kids like to say.
Yeah, those are the easy ones to cover because the whole room goes ape shit when.
Right, exactly. Stephen Frankel comes out of that flight third, 187. Richard Leaguer out of Lighthouse Point, Florida, 162.5. John Savalos out of Swan Lake, New York, 161.5. Ori Hen is there again, 151, along with Stuart Newman out of Western Florida, 151. So we've got some decent stacks there.
Yeah, that was a fun table. Stuart Newman's table, because it was Daryl Fish, Angel Vu, and Stuart Newman in 7, 8, 9 seats.
There you go. Not a bad table.
And it's I think all three of them, all three bagged. So, Stuart was up among the chip leaders for most of the day.
Flight 1B last night. Mm-hmm. That one got a little kooky at the end too.
All gets kooky.
Francis Margaglione out of Davie, Florida, bags 331,000 chips. He is by far out of the first two flights the overall chip leader. That number might hold too. Decent chance.
That's good.
That might hold.
Because we had two people over 200,000 in A.
Yeah. So Margaglione had a huge hand towards the end of the night with a queen 10 against 9s, if I remember correctly, and he bags 331,500. James Frisk out of Arvada, Colorado, 210. So you can see what a great night Francis had. Pasquale Caeza out of Cooper City, Florida, 203. Willie Wiggins, final tableist already in this series. Trying to do it again.
He's running hot.
Miramar, Florida, 196. Eddie Medoff out of Margate, Florida, 192. And Jeff Grobe had a deep run in one of the tournaments here. Missed the cash. I think it was in the Omaha tournament. Finished like 11th or 12th in that one. Out of Fitchburg, Wisconsin, 176.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Cold.
So flyover state.
Badgers.
Flyover state.
It's a drive-through state.
Yeah, it's like North Dakota State University. It's not even a flyer.
I partied in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's fun. I went to Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best nights I've ever had.
I got stuck in a train in the middle of Wisconsin, and that is literally my only experience with Wisconsin. Was
it a passenger train, or were you
in
a box car?
No, I was hoboing it.
Nice.
No, I was.
I could see that.
I was taking a train from Chicago to Minneapolis in the middle of freaking January, which nobody with a sane mind would do, and it was like 4:00 in the morning, and I don't know, somebody hit something or whatever, and the train just stopped. No cell phone reception. I was just sat there for 4 hours in the middle of Wisconsin, staring at out a dark window and cursing Wisconsin.
Well, you got bamboozled, as Norman likes to say.
It happens.
The first time I ever stayed overnight in Wisconsin was driving my car out from Pennsylvania back to NDSU over spring break, and I spent a pleasurable evening in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Eau Claire's fun too. Yeah, we stayed in Eau Claire and Madison, and it was. We went to a little bar called Cleo's. That was one of those bars that it was like 8 feet wide and 200 feet long. So there's just a bar and a space to walk beside it, and it was all Christmas decorations all year round.
Don't they have a lot of towns that like end with double E, like Oski or Oski?
Yeah.
Or Oshimawatsi, or I have no idea. I don't know. I know
a lot of Native Americans
they make cheese.
up there.
They make cheese. It's cold, and I can see it from my airplane in 35,000 feet.
There you go.
Cool.
So those are your results. Of course, today, no new events in the main part of the series starting, but we do have the flights, 2 flights today for the Deeper Stack Tournament Event 9. One started at 11 this morning, and we got another one coming up at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So plenty of time for you to get down here and play in that one if you want to hop on board and enjoy yourself.
It's going to be a big one.
Should be a huge one. $500,000 guarantee.
How many do we have so far today?
I don't know.
What do we have today?
I can't quite see it.
How much? Wow,
209.
That's a good number.
209. So there you go.
That's a good number.
So
and
that's
and it's. I think your registration is closing now. So
that's closes at 3:30. So they're just about done after this break. Yeah, and I tell you what, we're having a great time here at Seminole Hard Rock here in Hollywood, Florida, at the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. And if you want to follow what's going on, go to shrpo.com. And also, of course, follow on Twitter at shrpo and hashtag us at shrpo. We're all watching very carefully and answering your questions and
yes, you
accepting
are.
your ridicule and watching Al get called out for
Come
typos
on,
and stuff like that.
One freaking number.
One number, and they bang you, buddy.
One number. You go from 119 to 199, and they get you.
Boom.
I'm bringing a whole crew of Canadians for the next big one down there.
Yes.
All right, eh?
You should.
We're going to kick it up. Al, have you ever, other than Gavin, have you ever partied with Canadians?
Other than Gavin?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do I know that's Canadian?
Al
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't care where people are from. As long as they can knock back the brown liquor, I don't care where they're from.
You know, the interesting thing is that the only person that Al can't hang with is Gavin Smith.
No, you ask him, he'll tell you the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah? You hung with him?
Yeah,
I thought you didn't hang with him.
Oh, he won't mess with.
I heard a story about you getting buried one night in a bathroom or something.
No, that was him got buried. I had to get him out of the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Matt Brady at the Brigada comes up to me and says, "You need to go get your boy." And I go into the men's room at the Brigada, and Gavin Smith is passed out, but not what you expect laying down on the floor. He has pants around his ankles at the urinal with his face up against the wall, standing up, passed out. And the only way I can get him out is I trick him because I have security bring a wheelchair in, and he's of course Gavin, is a proud Canadian. He's not going to get in a wheelchair, so that snapped him out. He reached down, yanked up his drawers, went back to the bar.
Thank God for the drawer yanking
that's
up.
a reset. You threaten the wheelchair. Boom. Canadians, we have a reset button, and you just go back like 2 hours, and you're ready to go again.
Nobody boots and rallies like Gavin Smith.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
And then he turned around and he had to pour me into a taxi this summer in the World Series. So
actually, I think I heard about that.
It goes back and forth.
The legends never stop.
Yeah, he drugged me out to somewhere. I have no idea where I was, and I could never get back there. And I woke up in my hotel room safe and sound, and I have no idea. And then he told me the next day that he just paid a taxi cab to get me back to my hotel and up to my room.
Very nice.
He's a good guy.
It never stops. Well, speaking of stops,
yes, I've drank with Kara, so there's your Canadian.
Oh, there you go.
I had a glass of wine with her at the at River Rock in Vancouver. It was probably one of the most enchanting glasses of wines I've ever had.
Yes, we stick to the brown liquors. She likes we'll have a Scotch or two at the at the Rio each summer.
I like the whiskey too. Whiskey's my friend.
Scotch.
Little Crown Royal, manufactured just north of Winnipeg, Manitoba, where I grew up.
Just say no to Crown Royal.
Oh no! You got
I
gotta say yes.
There's a drink in heaven that's got a little bit of Crown Royal in it.
Just thinking about Crown Royal makes me angry. I'm an angry drunk on Crown Royal. I mean,
You got to drink with the crew of us.
I am not pleasant.
Love, and we'll heal that negative energy and the anger. We'll pull it out and we'll surround you with some Canadian girls.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've drank when I drink Crown Royal. I'm just a mean motherfucker. Wow, I don't. I've drank all the booze in the world, and Southern Comfort just gets me there nice and smooth.
Fair
But
enough.
tequila makes me very aggressive. When I'm going to a metal show, like if I'm going to see, when I went to Big Four, it was tequila, and then I'm ready to throw some bows. 47 years old, 48 years? I have no idea how old I am. Yeah, I'll be out there in the pit having some fun. But yeah, I have no idea. Once you hit 40, it's just
screw it. I agree. I agree with you on that.
I'll give a rat's ass. I'll drink a 21-year-old under the table without even thinking about it.
Yes.
So I just turned 47 a couple days ago, so
happy birthday.
Talking about.
Happy
but I'm
birthday,
still
sir.
extremely immature.
Oh yeah, I'm an 18-year-old trapped in a 47-year-old body. It's except my body is starting to realize that you may think you're 18, but body ain't 18 anymore.
Not so much.
When I had a non-contact injury to my knee this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just turned the wrong way. Been limping ever since.
It's very cute, by the way. I think the chicks dig it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of digging it, hey, we got to make some money here. So let's take a commercial break, and we'll come back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We got Al Can't Hang and Kelly Kellner going along for the ride right now, so we do appreciate that. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the other side of the break. Thanks for being with us.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Sundays on Poker Night in America.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We have millions of reasons for you to be a part of our 4th annual Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open, November 13th through December 3rd. Time to go all in. Opening event starts November 13th with a $500,000 guaranteed prize pool. Play in any of the events leading up to the championship at the premier poker destination. The Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship begins November 28th through December 3rd with a guaranteed prize pool of $2 million. Final table of the championship will be live streamed by Poker Night in America and aired on CBS Sports. Space is limited. Visit shrpo.com or the Poker Room for registration and details. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
There we go. Clicked it right at the right time. Preparation is the key. Always the key. See if Al can figure out the way. There he is. Al can't hang.
What's up?
Hanging with me over here. Kelly Kellner on the Skype line. We got to come up with a name for our, when we do the Skype. What should we call that? I don't know. When we have people on Skype, everybody's got their, like ESPN's got the Subway Fresh Take Hotline and all that crap.
Well,
what should we call
right
ours?
now we can call it the Red Bull.
When it's me, it's gotta have some Canadian angle to it, though. It's gotta be the.
I don't know.
The Drunk Moose.
The Drunk Moose
Skype line.
The Maple Leaf line. Are you
chuggers.
Eastern Canada, Western Canada?
No, I'm in Calgary.
Northern Alberta?
I'm in Southern Alberta.
Okay. Because I think Miss Cara is, Northern Alberta.
That's where she's from originally, yeah. We build them good up here.
Yeah.
Kelly's on the good side.
Not too shabby. We mean the non-French side?
Anything non-French is good. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, that's fine.
Considering I'm probably going back to Montreal soon. Whoops. I may have to cut those French jokes back, Kelly.
Whoops.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I got lots of friends doing pretty good out there right now. So.
Damn it. I love making the French jokes.
French
I was supposed to be on a flight this morning to go out there and play the WPT main, but
Alan Kessler stopped you from going?
No, he didn't stop me, but it's boy, that's been quite the debate. I got I've known Alan. Al and I are friends now. He busted my balls pretty good when we ran an event at Tropicana in Las Vegas a few years ago. We did a big CPT Canada Day tournament, had a couple little events, and so I wasn't very happy with him to start with. But I think underneath and fundamentally, I kind of appreciate the fact that I'm seeing this quite a lot. And Mark, you and I talked about this a little bit last time. Is that it's time for a lot of these venues to be accountable and to step their game up, and for casinos and casino managers to start to appreciate the poker player a lot more than they are in most venues. And, we've really struggled in a lot of casinos that, typically the answer when I go in and pitch a CPT event is, well, to be quite honest with you, we're kind of debating shutting the poker room down and putting in high-limit slots. And it's tough, but, I know both sides, and, I know the guys at Playground there, and I think I think there was some good points made on both sides. I see Playground's made quite the offer out to Alan Kessler here earlier today now.
Yeah.
What they do?
Yeah, we want to.
So I think that's a little bit better than the response than some old eager.
I thought their initial response was dead on.
Well, let's see. The problem is Kessler's, even when Kessler's right, it gets lost in the static of it's Kessler saying it, because he complains all. He just, even when he's right, it just gets caught up in a static that is Alan Kessler. So we need to tell this story for those that don't know what's going on with this. Just real quick. So in case you didn't see what happened, Alan Kessler put out a tweet about the Playground WPT event where he tweeted out, anyone considering playing at Playground Poker at WPT Maine, the standard fee is $3,200 plus $300. Playground is charging $33.95 plus $455 and pockets the extra $155. Then, of course, Playground fires back, and this was kind of an interesting little reply, and I know you liked it.
I like it.
At Alan
If you
Kessler,
don't like it, don't play.
At WPT, our fees are 10% from $100 up to $4K, plus the standard 3% for tips. If you don't like that, please don't play here.
Amen.
So Alan tweeted back, and then
Obviously, I'm in the customer service business.
yeah, kept. Very true. But Alan tweeted back, and then Playground got some flack about this, and apparently some people at Playground.
The Kessler Army came out against Playground.
Yeah, they kind of got mauled on this one.
God, it's a whole line of nits coming at you.
So they got absolutely bashed, and Playground first put out an apology to Alan.
Kind of an apology.
I mean, sort of an apology. Yeah, it was kind of a little backhanded. But just to sum it up, they were sorry that there was a conflict between Alan and whatever got said on social media, and they wanted to say, well, that doesn't represent our brand, and that employee was held accountable, and et cetera. It said it stemmed from some dissatisfaction with them in 2012.
Did Seth Polanski take over their account?
I don't know.
Boom! Drop some old knowledge on you.
Aha! There you go. So. And they said, well, if you haven't been up here, come on, check us out, and you'll see if you like it or not. We treat the players really well. So then, Playground then followed up, and Kelly, this is pretty unprecedented. Well, I mean, it's not unprecedented, but it's pretty heavy stuff here. So Playground, they sent a letter to Alan. They want to send an even larger olive branch in private. I'm not being so private.
Private until Alan released it?
Yeah. They're hosting a festival around January 23rd to February 3rd. It said, if you are willing to visit our venue again and witness our day-to-day operations, we'd like to offer you the following. How'd you like to get this package? A main event buy-in, VIG free entry on any of the side tournaments you choose to play, comped meals and drinks throughout your time at the club.
Oh, that gets them right there.
A Playground Poker gift bag, and hotel accommodations throughout your stay.
Alan Kessler's all about the comps.
Oh, it's done.
Man, you give him a buffet coupon, and he's loud. Well, never mind.
I think you're right.
There's going to be some kind of fellatio comment. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. If he approaches making some valid points in a better way, I think unfortunately his reputation kind of takes away from making some good points. Where I think a lot of poker players need to stand up and demand better from poker rooms and from tournament organizers around.
Absolutely. But the problem is that's been a fight. I mean, I've been in round poker since I started playing the Taj back in the mid '90s, and it's always been a battle. It's always been a battle that you always trying to get. It's the same old battle for years and decades, and poker rooms will juice the hell out of it until somebody loses their mind and makes them change it, or they just stop playing.
Well, I think you're seeing now that the tournament organizers. I know that's we've got a major rebuild coming, and we've got some very cool things coming up for 2015, because there is a lot of competitions, a lot more tours, and a lot of world-class venues. People don't need to go to Las Vegas to have a Las Vegas experience now. You've got a lot of facilities that give you a lot of what people are looking for. So, look at this weekend. You've got a WSOP event at Planet Hollywood. You got WPT at Playground in Montreal, and you've got the big event that you guys are at there, and they're all getting good numbers. But
and the Brigada main event.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Exactly. So. This marketplace, competition is I think going to force the players to start to get the true appreciation and the value. I've had a lot of debates, with different host venues. When you look at the ancillary revenue that comes in from around the poker tournament, and it's very hard, as we've talked about before, Mark. It's hard as a tour to really build a profitable business model. Especially in Canada with a number of the restrictions and a number of things that go on. But when you look at the venues now, and you start to look at the guys, but you look at the especially the Canadian crew when we have our events, the liquor revenue, the drop in the pit, our summer showdown, the increased rake in the cash games was 300% what their normal rake was during that 10 days. But more importantly, their drop in the high limit room and in the pit was astronomical. Taking a very, very slow period in August in a Canadian casino and, hit that event absolutely out of the park. And so, hopefully the venues are going to start to give us as tournament hosts and operators the opportunity to then pass on and create more value for players and hopefully listen to us, better structures, better formats. I agree with Alan Kessler on a number of points. And in fact, just as a matter of principle, I like to run my stuff by him too. And I think he's got some great points in terms of structures and, we've just got to build a better business. This business between live tournaments and online is re-evolving, reinventing, is now starting to remonetize itself. And so, people have to stand up and become leaders, and players need to stand up and voice their opinions about what is wrong, what they see from their experience in the industry.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'd love to see more players stepping up. Because I think the one thing with Alan is, he's not a lone voice, but he's by far the loudest one.
Yeah,
and you would think when we see all these places, that are continually raising their rakes, whether it's on a day-to-day operation basis or in tournaments, and the players are finding it harder and harder to make a living because they can't beat the rake. Everybody's flipping out on PokerStars because their rake went up, and a lot of players are saying, well, it's going to be a lot harder for us to play on there because we can't beat it. So, I think there's a threshold that everybody's trying to find after Black Friday, and maybe we're getting to that point where we're finding that line.
Here's what I don't understand by people screaming about the PokerStars rake increase. Do they think PokerStars rake is now bigger than everybody else?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. They pulled it up to the standard to what they so that's a mind.
I think if we can, like I say, like I've tried to be a bit of an advocate, and I have a few matters of principle that I just find very, very frustrating as a player. I got into this business because I love the game, and it's just been a great experience for me, winning and losing. I love what poker's taught me about me and made great friendships. But you take a look in the province of Alberta, for example, we have, you've got different provincial regulators. Well, in Alberta, any tournament, $150 buy-in or less, 10% of that prize pool by law, by regulation, goes to Alberta charity. It's prorated through 1,000 different charities. Any event $151 or over is 2.5%. And I've been an advocate of when we run our series, in the matter of principle, I will not run an event $150 or under because you're taking 10% out for Alberta gaming, you're taking 10% out for reg fees, and 2.5% that we take out. That you're taking out for staff or doing an add-on. Well, you're getting almost 25% of the prize pool coming out. Wow. How the hell do you ever make money grinding in that? You just don't. And unfortunately, you're going to
get the people who don't understand it, or the people who are just out to have fun. You're not going to get a regular crew grinding those tournaments.
Exactly.
So that's a little steep.
Yeah. By the way,
because I got in a lot of trouble for the fact of so I just said as a matter of principle, listen, I as a player just will not play a tournament where there's 22.5%, 25% juice coming out. I then made a comment that the main event I played 2 full levels, 4-handed. Complained, gave him a chance, and listen, I'm a tournament organizer. I know how tough it is to make sure that you've got everything from labor, you're anticipating the number of players, late reg. It's a nightmare. But you play a main event 4-handed for 2 full 45-minute levels, and get busted out because it's not what I bought in for, and of course, I get heat because of that, and so I'm going to not stop, and I'm going to continue demanding better execution by poker tournament managers and directors and people. But everybody, if you see something you don't like, stand up and say something, because there's a few of us, and you have to have a loud voice. And I think that's what's gotten Alan Kessler to the point where he is now, because if you don't stand up and slam your fist on the table or make a big point or create some controversy, nobody listens and nobody gives a damn.
Well, and then the worst part is, too, that the next step gets taken. So not only is the problem bad as it is, but if nobody says anything and you get a decent turnout and everybody seems happy, or even though they may not be, they're going to take it one step further and try and make more money You know, and the players are going to get screwed even worse. So yeah, there is a line there where you got to, players have to start standing up and saying enough's enough. So. By the way, Casino Examiner in the chat box says Kessler was right about players getting raped by hidden charges at tournament poker. 10% is fine. Anything over that is not.
10% is not fine.
And I would agree with you there, but I'm just quoting.
Yep.
He also threw in a little shot at the Kanawaki gang, saying Kanawaki are no choir boys with the UB scandal. So just another UB bang with the Kanawaki gang.
Where'd that come from?
It's Casino Examiner.
I'm just trying to figure out what. Do they have anything other to do other than regulations, like online regulations? I don't know if they have.
No,
anything to do with
all the casinos up there in Montreal are in the Kanawaki property.
Oh,
If I'm correct.
No, well, you have four casino licenses that have been issued by the Kanawaki Gaming Commission, which must be owned by full-blood Mohawks. They then can have management contracts and operators, which are not necessarily Mohawk Native people. But Kanawaki itself is a separate independent nation, state, whatever you want to refer to it as,
right,
from Canada. So, for example, you go across the bridge, you've got Casino Montreal, which is trying to compete, but under the auspices and the regulation of Lotto Quebec. So there's some real interesting dynamics politically by the fact of you've got PlayNow.com, the government-run and sanctioned online site in BC, Manitoba, and Quebec that is partnered and trying to run and support events with Casino Montreal, but competing with the fact that online poker companies can come in and support and do what they do with events on Kanawaki because it's outside of provincial and federal Canadian regulations.
I'm glad we had Kelly around.
Hey, did you know there's actual online poker in California right now?
I did not know that.
Yeah, which site is that opened up that probably illegally?
What is it? Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the site. It's
that's terrible. I should remember that.
Crap! I just wrote an article about it.
Well, once again, those short-term brain cells are gone by Al
I swear to Christ, the second I finish an article and I ship it off to my editor, I just do a brain wipe. And
See ya.
Table something. Table.
We'll look at it. Maybe Kelly can dig that one up for us.
Privatetable.com. That's what it was.
Privatetable.com.
Privatetable.com, and people are already suing them. They should get it shut down, but they're regulated by Kawaki or however you pronounce it. So take that with a grain of salt.
There you go. That's interesting enough. Yeah. So pretty interesting situation with Kessler and. Once again, opening up a debate. But one thing that and the last thing I want to throw out on the Kessler thing is the one thing that I do like about Alan, and, Alan and I get along great. But one thing I like about Alan doing what he does is he's not one of those people out there that when he voices a complaint, he just gripes and leaves it at that. He does offer solutions. He does at least say, this is wrong and this is what you should do to fix it.
You should have a 35-70 blind level.
Yeah, it may be ridiculous to a point, but at least he's putting something out there, which makes it a constructive debate. So,
we are debating, we are discussing it now because of what he did. So there is some benefit, and like I say, there are elements of that do get outrageous and stupid and things. But I think there's a nice happy medium that the players can get a really well-run, well-structured event. Based on the debate and based on the discussions that we all throw out there, and you got to have points on either side. So listen, if we want to do a 35-70 and a 40-80 blind, absolutely, somebody should run that and see their labor cost and see how long it goes to 6 in the morning.
Yeah, Kessler would have every tournament run for 5 days, even if it's a $100 buy-in.
Yeah, exactly. That is very true.
Average stack should be 170 bigs.
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about the structures because I just started working over at the Plaza in Las Vegas. With the electronic tables over there, they're the only ones in Las Vegas, at least at the moment. They run, we're running 4 tournaments a day in there, and actually we're doing 5 for a while when we finally canceled the 1 a.m. one. But the interesting part is people say, well, why does the structure go so quick? And it's like, well, we got to keep things moving in here.
It's not a coffee lounge.
Exactly. You got to make money. And, you have to set up a structure that's going to work to get a typical tournament done in there. with 3 to 5 tables in a matter of 3 to 4 hours. Because you got to keep it going. You can't just sit there and make everything super player friendly for every event. It just can't be done. The casinos have to have to get their piece of that and keep things rolling, or else, like you said, labor costs go through the roof. And
how much you have to pay those machines?
We're charging. Let's see, it's like $12, and
I'm like their labor costs.
Well, their labor costs a little less. Well, they got to pay me.
And you gotta plug them in. You got to pay the power.
Yeah,
power company.
You'd be surprised they ain't cheap.
But then you get on the other side of the debate. So many tournaments I've seen, and I've gotten some real debates with some of the tournament directors in Canada here, where they're saying, "Listen, you're down to the final table. Well, listen, we're past our published blind structure. We're going to just start doubling the blinds every level now and get this thing finished." And I had a real serious problem with that, saying, why now? Players have now played for 8, 12, 15 hours, and now you're playing for all the money when the skill and when the integrity of the game needs to come in. You guys want to do it? It's like there's a couple of times I've pulled $50 out of my wallet and said, listen, pay that dealer to have him sit there and deal and pay him 3 hours labor so that they can play now. Your labor costs at the end of a tournament aren't anything, and there's a real issue I've seen in a lot of places. That's why you get these 5-player to 8, 12-player chops at the end, because you've got no integrity in that last part of the tournament. So you can do a hell of a job of building it to start with. Then when you need your tournament director to step up and make sure that you can actually play when you've got 10, 20, 50,000 bucks left to play for. And so anyways, I've had an issue with that over years. And, I think we've made some good changes. I think we've started to get a lot of people, because there's so many people in the casino industry that I've seen, and again, especially from my experience in Canada, that have come up, just like you say. So, somebody started to be a dealer, then they got promoted. There's not a lot of really, truly experienced poker room managers that really understand and come at this game from a player standpoint or from an understanding of what they need to do to create integrity into what they're doing.
I hear you. Well, hey, let's we got to get one more commercial break in before we wrap the show up here. So, Al, do you have to go to work soon?
Yeah, what's going on over there? Am I on? Is this thing on?
Yeah, you're still on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
we're gonna wrap it up about 10-15 minutes after the break. So
we're fine.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right,
we're fine.
So
this is an easy day. We got 2 starting flights. Piece of cake.
Yeah, not bad. All right, so we're gonna step back, take one more break, and continue on live here from the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open here in Hollywood, Florida. A little rainy, but at least it's not 8 feet of snow.
It's the Mark Hoke Show.
You betcha. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We have millions of reasons for you to be a part of our 4th annual Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open, November 13th through December 3rd. Time to go all in. Opening event starts November 13th with a $500,000 guaranteed prize pool. Play in any of the events leading up to the championship at the premier poker destination. The Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship begins November 28th through December 3rd with a guaranteed prize pool of $2 million. Final table of the championship will be live streamed by Poker Night in America and aired on CBS Sports. Space is limited. Visit shrpo.com or the poker room for registration and details. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way. With all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Sundays on Poker Night in America. PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors, and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. Pokershop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
With Alcan Hang. Right there.
Sir, yes, sir. How you doing?
Ladies, isn't he sexy? And of course,
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
And hanging out on the line as well with us. What do we call it? Today it's the moose syrup hotline.
The moose syrup. Oh, yeah.
Kelly
Crown Royal Tap is what it's called.
Kelly Kellner from the Canadian Poker Tour.
I'm not going to sing like Al. Al, you sing pretty nice.
Too sexy for my shirt.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy.
Yeah. Hey, what's that?
Too sexy it hurts.
Lori Miller and Kara Scott were going back. Was there some Canadian delicacy dessert that they were talking about? I can't remember.
Dessert? I don't know.
Oh, I
Well,
had
mean, poutine is the-
which is the
poutine.
fries
No, no,
and the
no.
gravy and the cheese curds.
No. This was some dessert that she was going to make. Lori's in Vegas, and she was going to make it for. I don't know. She brought me something called puffed rice. No, puffed wheat. It was like a.
Puffed wheat squares, yeah.
It was like a. It's like a Rice Krispie treat on steroids. It was like
Ooh.
Oh yeah, puffed wheat. I remember eating that as a kid. That was
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, it's like
It's chocolate. It's like our Rice Krispie treats, except pumped up with chocolate and cocoa, and
Oh yeah,
it was
you can make
pretty
some good
freaking
stuff here.
fabulous.
That'll make some fat Canadians for sure. Hey, we got to give a couple shout-outs here to some of our great sponsors of the show because we do have some terrific deals for you guys out there if you want to pick up some gear for – I mean, it's almost Christmas time. Black Friday's next week. You know?
I got a niece, I got a nephew, and I got a mom and a dad, and that's all I got to pay for.
Well, how about I help you out, Al? First, we've got PokerShop.com, all your supplies for tables, chips, cards, lamps, anything you need. They've got little bar setups and the whole deal. You can check it out at PokerShop.com. You're going to get 10% off when you put in the code Hoke. So make sure you go to PokerShop.com. Got our good friends at Blind Squirrel Apparel, 20% off with the code Hoke over there. You can look good and be lucky. It's for the gambler and you. Blind Squirrel Apparel.
As in Blind Squirrel finds a nut?
Well, technically no. They try to stay away from that analogy, but but it is what it is. Our good friend Dutch Boyd's got that great book, Poker Tilt. Boy, you want to give the poker player in your family a great gift. Go to PokerTilt.com and pick up Dutch Boyd's new book. It is something else. I did not put it down other than to take a shower. So check it out at PokerTilt.com right now.
So you're saying
on Amazon.
So you're saying you never put it down?
Yeah, pretty much. Nah.
See what I did there?
God, he's a funny guy, kids. Al can't hang. The Nevada Poker League's got their games going on. If you're in Las Vegas, you want to play poker for free for cash and prizes. They got $50,000 in the kitty every year, plus all sorts of great other prizes. Check it out at NevadaPokerLeague.com. Over 17 locations in Las Vegas just for you. Play with Joe Payne, one of my co-hosts on KLAV. Have a great time. We also have BlueRail.net, website provider. I know Kelly Kellner is going to be giving Bob Lusk a call at 522-820-5128. That's 522-820-5128. That's BlueRail.net. They build websites. How far do you want to go? BlueRail.net. Also, the Grindettes. Don't want to forget about those lovely ladies. Unfortunately, Katie Stone's going to miss the taping down here because she had to have a back surgery for the Poker Night in America tapings. So
really?
she's going to be off there, unfortunately.
Maybe they should put Angel on.
That might not be a bad idea.
Put Angel. I'd love to see Angel on the ladies' night cash game.
That would be awesome. But go to grindettes.com and learn about the four wonderful ladies: Miss Stone, Miss Dozier, Miss Kerstetter, who will be here on the Poker Night in America, and Jen Shahadi, who was just on the tapings up in at Rivers in Pittsburgh. So pretty cool stuff for them. And, of course, speaking of Poker Night in America, good buddies of us who are doing some work with them. Make sure you watch Poker Night in America, CBS Sports Network at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 back-to-back episodes always. And certainly enjoy that with Todd Anderson, Nolan Dahl, and the team on that.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, good show. And our good friends at ABC Chinese Poker. Now, if you really want to get somebody for something for Christmas that's going to keep them addicted and out of your hair forever and ever, go to abcchinesepoker.com or find it on your in your app store on your phone, or download it and learn to play open-faced Chinese poker.
Hey Ma, I got you a gift.
It'll be a gift that keeps on giving, I promise you that. abcchinesepoker.com. Load that one up and have a great time playing at Chinese poker. And of course, don't forget we're on KLAV 1230 AM in Las Vegas. Love that. Had a great show with Chad Holloway. The podcast is up on iTunes and markhokeshow.podbean.com if you want to give that a listen.
Chadward
did a great job. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Replays, at least right now, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So check it out on KLAV1230am.com. And while we're here, one more plug we're going to throw in here at the Seminole Hard Rock. We've got some entertainment because, of course, this is not just a gambling venue. It is a full family entertainment spectacle.
I'm here for 3 weeks, and I never have to leave the property.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, meatball parm.
He's got the meatball parm down.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, they have a meatball parm here it's one of the best things I've eaten in a long time. And
I gave it about a 7.5 to 8ish. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you're a grumpy Republican.
There's nothing to do with how much. I mean, come on. I am a food aficionado.
Everything.
I hold a high standard on food.
I
I gave it like a 7.5 to 8. That's pretty good for me.
You also don't like cheesesteaks, so.
I love cheesesteak. You kidding me?
Yeah, what Pat's or Geno's? It's an easy question.
Geno's.
See, you're wrong.
No,
because it's neither. The correct answer is neither.
Well, you know what I did when the first time I went down there? I ate both.
Neither. It's where the tourists go. You go to Jim's Steaks on South Street.
Did I go there? I remember I went to one other place nearby there. I can't remember, but
Jim's, and I found a place when I was down in Key West. There's a place called Mr. Z's that makes the only cheesesteak I've ever had outside of Philly that was actually a cheesesteak.
Wow.
They ship down the Amorosa rolls, and anybody who knows cheesesteaks knows got to have an Amorosa roll where it's not a cheesesteak.
Good point. So there you go. But a lot of great stuff happening here. Terrific restaurants, lots of entertainment, and tomorrow night we've got America's Got Talent winner Terry Fader is coming here to Hard Rock. He's going to be playing. Let's see, we've got a show, I believe, at 8 p.m. Let me slide my prompt over here.
Right there.
Yeah, 8 p.m. on tomorrow night at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in the Hard Rock Live venue.
Are you going to sit on his knee and play the part of the?
No, but
I'm just going to go ahead and leave that one alone.
I'm hoping Al does it. That would be something special.
Not going to happen.
But Terry's going to be here. One of the more popular entertainers to ever come out of one of the talent shows on TV, and he's going to be playing here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So if you're coming down here to play some poker, get in the early flight, and then you can go see Terry Fader.
Yep.
Do his thing, and pretty impressive stuff he does. Man, the singing with the ventriloquist dummies, it's pretty cool.
All right.
I give him bonus points. He's all right. We got Vicky the Cougar puppet. Jesus, I haven't read through this thing. Yeah, Walter T. Airedale. I saw that one. That's his country music puppet. We got Maynard Tompkin, the Elvis impersonator, who doesn't know any Elvis songs. That makes sense. And Monte Carlo, the lounge singer, who is kind of a Tony Bennett type dude. So come on down. Have a great time.
Tell me more about that cougar again.
Vicky the Cougar puppet is an older female singer who prefers the company of younger men.
Oh, really? How do you spell Vicky? That makes a big difference to me.
Two K's, two I's.
Yeah, Vikki.
Oh, with the 2 Ks.
With the 2 Ks.
I'm in. I'm done.
Hot to trot.
Lock it up.
Yeah.
Seat open.
Vicky with 2 Ks in my world is just boom.
Seat open.
$39, $49, and $59. You can get them at tickets at myhrl.com, Ticketmaster.com, or charge by phone 800-745-3000.
That's a nice venue too.
Yeah, it's
I love
a great
Hard
venue.
Rock. Have you been in Hard Rock Live?
I've been in it, but I haven't seen a show there.
Yeah, because what is it in September? The flight B of the main event. I went and saw Slash.
Yeah.
With Miles Kennedy there, and was up close and personal, and fantastic. You wouldn't believe how big it is until you get in there. I was like, "Oh crap! It's an actual stadium."
Very nice. Yeah. So come on down. We'd love to see you.
And they had a carving station. This isn't like going to a to arena where you go see. I walked in. I had food before because I assumed the standard fare. You go in there, you get a hot dog or a pretzel or whatever. Walk in. They had a carving station. They were carving up hams and roast beef, and I was like, oh, I did that all wrong.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I was already stuffed, so I did not actually go look at the prices. But I was taking the escalator upstairs, and I was looking down, just looking at the meat.
Understandable.
Meat sweats.
Last story I wanted to hit before we got off the air today. Of course, we all know the story about the troubled Atlantic City area and the casino, the Revel, which was supposed to be the luxury worldwide super casino resort type facility in Atlantic City that went down in 2+ years, little over 2 years.
I was not.
It was $1 billion in debt before that thing even opened.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I was there a couple times, and I wasn't a fan.
I mean, I thought it was okay.
I hated the poker room.
The poker room was a terrible place.
Ridiculous. The poker room
shoved back. I mean, you literally had to go down these empty hallways to get to the poker room. You had no idea.
And it was a maze just to get to it. And then, for smokers, there was no smoking in the entire building. and the closest place you could get to for a cigarette was like a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
So unless you had a half-hour break plus 5 minutes in there, you do. Good on you.
Get out the Nicorette. Well, of course, a company that had purchased this, Brookfield U.S. Holdings LLC, got in a little controversy at the end because apparently there had been another bidder that had gone over their bid, but they didn't take it and went with this Brookfield company. Well, guess what?
They gone.
They gone. The bondholders refused to rework the debt connected to the construction of Rebel's power plant, and among other things. And see you later. So the Rebel is up for grabs again. Kelly, you got about 25 cents sitting around. You might be able to pick that thing up.
I bet.
Let me tell you, I think I'll take my empties back, and maybe we'll take a run at it.
I don't know. I got a $5 in my pocket. I'll go halves on it.
It's a beautiful place, though.
It's got that big goofy ball on top too.
Yeah, the glowing ball.
It's I don't know.
I haven't been to Atlantic City in a long time, so I might need to do a little U.S. Poker swing here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Mark, I'll just follow you around, and Al, you and I can go out drinking, and we'll sneak a couple Crown Royals into you. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, I was at the Brigada before coming down here, so got to go. It was old home week because I used to spend a lot of time at the Brigada, but Brigada's Atlantic City is another place where the Brigada is nice because it's all self-contained. I don't need to leave the property. I don't need to, if I want to go somewhere. Harrah's has a good poker room, and that's literally right next door.
Yeah, I mean, really, Atlantic City casino gambling's pretty much come down to a little island area off to the side,
and it's not even nowhere near the boardwalk.
Yep, nowhere near it.
And I didn't realize that Trump Marina or whatever is now a Golden Nugget.
Yeah, Golden Nugget bought that. I stayed there when it was Trump Marina.
Well, it's a great view. when you're looking out the Brigada at the
I know
at the marina and the boats and the yachts and everything, it looks pretty cool. But I've never actually been in it.
I wish I was there.
It's nice to look at.
Why didn't I go there? But yeah, so the Rebel is going to be back up for grabs, and of course they're joining the Atlantic Club, the controversial club with the Poker Stars situation, and of course Showboat, Trump Plaza, and Trump Taj Mahal could be on the way to being the fifth out of that group.
See, I wasn't sad about Mercer, but the Taj holds a place in my heart because that's where I started playing poker, and that's the old before everything blew up. You had the United States Poker Championship there,
yep.
and it was until the Brigada expanded their room, it was the biggest room, but the nastiest chips, man.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you can get a bola from their cash game chips, but it's like they were proud of it. But
it was kind of a badge of honor to play with those chips.
Man, you had to be careful because they were just so grungy. They stick together, and it was part of it. Some of the tournaments were like they go from 10-handed to 11-handed. So it was. I mean, it's I'm sad to see that go. It's like it was. We'd all get boozed up at the Brigada B bar and go play the midnight tournament over at the Taj and have a last shorter bet.
Oh, there you go.
That's
hard to do.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Okay, fair enough.
And I friggin' lost. If I do a last longer bet, I lose. If I do a last shorter bet, that's when I get the chips.
Very nice. Yeah, and of course, but we don't have to worry about any of this closing stuff down here. There's, of course, a place like Seminole Hard Rock, and all their properties just doing fantastic.
Yeah, and they're expanding. They're I don't know if you've been out to Paradise, Seminole Paradise outside where the poker room, where Hard Rock Live is, where the Improv. They actually tore a bunch of buildings down. There's a big lake out front, and they tore some buildings down because they're putting up. It's doing so well. They're putting up another tower. They're putting up another hotel tower.
Nice.
And more shops and everything, and they got a Martirano's out there, and my favorite place, Murphy's Law, the
nice bar,
the Irish place. Although it was last night, it was the Irish bar, but it was country music.
Well, country Irish.
Yep, I know.
Country Irish, that works.
Yeehaw!
But yeah, so all sorts of great stuff going on here.
Fucking Irish.
We have just a reminder, of course, once again, before we wrap it up, another flight coming up here of event number 9 is Day 1D, kicking off at 6 p.m. tonight. Day 1C still going on.
And what time does that bag?
The 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
What, 2?
2?
Somewhere in that ballpark. I'll be here. It'll be exciting. And some other little secondary and qualifier events going on. Just so you guys know, you got some other opportunities here.
This one looks fun.
We've got
this one right here.
Yeah, this one right here. We got
it's a 250 turbo mix. It's no limit and PLO.
Double bounty.
Double green chip bounty.
Double green chip bounty.
That's gonna go like gangbusters.
It should be fun. So we have that one going on right now. Let me just going down through the schedule here. Also coming up tonight, Turbo Championship Qualifier 1 and 10 get in. That's a 385 re-entry tournament with 2 seats guaranteed.
Huge value in those.
So that's your they've been all right for everybody. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have Saturday's flights in Event 9. That's going to be once again 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. coming up tomorrow. And that's it. That's it.
Well,
and then day 2 on Sunday.
And whatever secondary events are going on. But today and tomorrow for the main events, it's just we got 4 flights of this 570 bird.
Yep. And then also on Sunday at noon, we have a Black Chip Bounty No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament 250 buy-in $25,000 guaranteed.
That's fun. That's half your money goes to the prize pool, half your money goes to your bounty.
Yeah.
Kayleen loves the Black Chip bounties.
Yes, she does.
Kayleen Final Table did that thing during the Poker Open.
Yeah. And then
finished 6th.
Also
7th. Oh, that unintentional needle. Sorry.
Nice. And then also on Sunday, day 1 of the No Limit Hold'em re-entry, $1,100 buy-in, $75,000 guarantee, also kicking off on Sunday. So it should be a great weekend around here as we're getting ready to lead in to that championship event. $2 million guarantee, $3,500 buy-in, starting on Friday, November 28th, running through Wednesday, December 3rd. We're also going to Poker Night in America coming down here doing their TV tapings
from the Paradise Live.
Yeah,
where we did the high roller and the main event final tables in August.
So we'll get to see that, and of course they're also going to be live streaming that championship. So should be a pretty awesome time here at Seminole Hard Rock here in Hollywood, Florida. Kelly, wish you were here, brother.
Excellent, my friend. I will be there next time for sure.
All right, done.
Lucky Hearts.
Yeah, the Lucky Hearts. I wonder if I'm going to get invited back for that.
I have no idea.
I hope so. I'm going to ask. I'll ask nicely.
They don't ask my opinion on decisions like that. They rarely ask if I want to come.
No, it's just like, get down here. You're done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the show today. Once again, if you want to follow all the action, shrpo.com. Al and I will be blogging tonight.
Sherpa.
Yeah.
Sherpo.
And catch us on Twitter, shrpo.com. I'm sorry, SHRPO. Yeah, we've got it. Yeah, I mean, isn't that neat how I set that up? Hashtag SHRPO. And don't forget to follow the show here on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show, and keep us on markhokeshow.com. Of course, KLAV 1230 AM.
Did I curse enough to keep it off Facebook?
No.
Fuck.
No, I never keep this off Facebook. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just my niece and nephew and parents don't need to hear me.
We got a bunch of our Canadians watching in here, so a few shout-outs to our new Canadian listeners to the Mark Hoke Show that are now new dedicated followers. I got a couple of buddies that are doing real well. My buddy Bash Ramahai's chip leader going into day 2 of Event 10 at the Planet Hollywood WSOP circuit, and lots of buddies doing well. So good luck to everybody that loves the Canadian Poker Show.
Hey, cheers, eh?
Go Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
That's sweet. Did you guys see that story about where the Mike died in the hockey game, and the Canadians ended up finishing the U.S. national anthem?
I did. Good on them.
Yeah, we're a good people. We are so full of love. There's a lot of love up here.
Yeah, that's why you boo the American national anthem when we come up there.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. It's a rivalry.
I think I showed it to Mark. I was really impressed. Was it the Canadians during their first home game in the playoffs? And when was I don't know hockey. They had this great intro, like this laser thing on the ice and everything, and then a kid skated around with a torch and he set it down, and it virtually lit the whole arena on fire. It lit the ice on fire, and then the arena. And I showed that to you the other day, didn't I?
Yeah, they do that at the Calgary Flames games. It's very cool.
They got nothing better to do up there.
So then our Philadelphia 76ers did something similar for their home opener, and they spent more money on the display than they did on their entire team.
You betcha. Going for 0-12 tonight. Looking forward to that.
Tank, baby, tank. Well, who was it? Dave Grubb was saying that the Sixers will have a dynasty in 3 years.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be great in a couple of years.
I haven't watched a Sixers game since Iverson left the last time.
Wow.
I don't like pro basketball. I'm a college basketball kind of guy.
That's all good.
Me too.
All right. Well, that's going to do it. I know, Kelly, you got to roll. Al's got to get back on the blog. I've got to go to sleep for a little while.
Yep.
Maybe go get some more food.
Whoa.
And then go and see Vicky
the Cougar puppet.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow. So
tomorrow night.
He's got plenty of time for that. Vicky the Cougar puppet, ladies and gentlemen. You got to Google that when we're done because I want to see what the heck a Vicky the Cougar puppet looks like.
Sounds like fun. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We do appreciate it. Kelly, thanks for coming on the show. Al, thanks for stopping by. We do appreciate it.
Cheers.
And we'll see you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for being with us.
Here.